A huge story kind of that took over Twitter yesterday and taking over headlines today. Jenny Slate announced on Instagram that she will no longer be voicing Missy, a biracial character on Netflix's Big Mouth. Production on Big Mouth, by the way, season 4 has already wrapped. So Jenny's voice will be in that season, on the upcoming season, but producers say that they are actively looking for a Black or multiracial voice to fill the role. Jenny actually took to Instagram, which I'm going to pull it for you here. She says, in part, quote, "I acknowledge how my original reasoning was flawed, that it existed as an example of white privilege and unjust allowances made within a system of societal white supremacy, and that in me playing Missy, I was engaging in an act of erasure of Black people." Now, mind you, before I get your opinion on this, Mel, minutes after the news, Kristen Bell then made the announcement that she is also going to be stepping down from voicing another biracial character on Apple TV's Central Park. The role will now be recast with a Black or multiracial actress. Big move on both Apple TV and Netflix part, but also the actresses, don't you think?
I think so. And I think that this is a clear example of what it means to not only be an ally, we've talked about this, but to be an accomplice, right? Being an accomplice is more than just saying, I stand with you. It's actually putting things on your shoulder and taking responsibility. And even if that means losing a job, even if that means facing professional backlash, you're willing to do what's right to support those who are in need. You know, this reminded me of the whole Scarlett Johansson controversy with Ghost in a Shell, because I can hear people saying right now that actors are actors. They're supposed to, play whatever character. What does all of this matter? But the issue here, just like how we saw with Scarlett Johansson and Ghost in a Shell, is that in that specific case, that was a Japanese manga, right? So she played a Japanese character when there are so many available actors and actresses that could have taken on that role. So I think the problem here is that these people, Jenny and Kristen, they have taken up spaces that Black people, Black actors, Black voiceover actors could have taken, to be able to portray the role accurately, because it is their race, it comes from an authentic place.
It's a Black character.
Yeah, it's a Black character. I think that this is an extraordinary move on their part, and I'm looking forward to see how this is going to unfold, for the years to come, honestly.
Well, that's what we were talking about, right? It's like we're starting to see this change happening, in the wake of the Black Lives Matter protests. And, I feel like diversity and inclusion has been a hot topic in the industry for a really, really long time. But we're actually starting to see them actually, make some positive change, some actual change. And I feel like it's just part of this reckoning that we keep talking about. It's like, actually do it, like prove it. Like you say you're going to be more diverse, you say you're going to be more inclusive, you say representation matters, so show us. And that's exactly what they're doing. And I'm hopeful that, it's actually going to lead to more change. This is just one little example of how Hollywood's reacting in the wake of George Floyd's death and the protests that happened afterwards.